Hello my bunnies, it's Tiki's Trinkets here, and today I have for y'all another polymer clay tutorial, which you're going to hear me say when this video starts too, because I wasn't sure if I was going to record an intro or not. But it is Halloween headband month, so I wanted to try to record an intro. Today we have some cute little skulls. Yes, you're going to see repetitive headbands from last year. I'm sorry, I have a bunch of headbands and I don't want to have 10 million of them, so sometimes we're going to double up. But anywho, this tutorial was for a Deltarune ring. No, it is not glazed yet. I still am working on that. I had another Etsy sale, so I am working on 2 Etsy sales currently. And I had another Etsy sale earlier this week, so yay! It's that time of year. When it gets close to Christmas, the sales kind of go up and up. Plus, I've been working on the stuff for the fair, which you'll hear me talk about in the video, how the fair is apparently not doing an art competition this year, so I'll keep that for next year to enter it, but oh well. I'll just forego the work I already did. Anywho, it's not important at the moment. But this is going to be for a Susie ring, which you're going to notice that her mouth is now centered, even though I tried to do it to the side like it looks in the game, but I just couldn't get it to look right. You're going to see me go on camera and then off camera, but it just did not look right. So after that, I decided, bump it. I'm just going to center it with her mouth and her nostrils and leave it as is. So it just looks a lot better that way. This is the Susie ring. Like I show you in the video, I've already done Lancer. Go watch that video if you haven't already. I've already done Chris. I did that off camera though. And go ahead and go watch my last monthly artist feature for August and September. I uploaded last week if you haven't already. If you haven't watched it already, what are you doing? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry I've been so slow to update on social media between all the Etsy sales. I have just been jam-packed with Etsy goodness recently, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm happy about it. But it does keep me a little preoccupied. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you all in next week's video, which I don't know what it'll be yet, but I'll let you know as always. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next week, and let's get into this. Love you guys. Hello my bunnies, it's Tiki's Trinkets here, and today I have for y'all a new polymer clay tutorial. Today we're making another Deltarune ring. If you haven't already watched my Lancer ring tutorial, you should go watch that now. I did not make a tutorial for Chris, but I did make him, excuse me, I did make him off camera, so I already made Chris. So I've made about approximately half of the main characters, because I'm counting Rousey and Noelle as main characters, so. I might also make Birdly later, because he really grew on me by the end of the game. That dweeby, crazy character. Also, my family's in the other room talking, so if it's loud, just ignore it. I'm going to start with the plum color Sculpey 3, that's what this is. And I'm going to drop my knife. I'm going to grab it and now sanitize it, since I dropped it on the floor. There we go. Nice and as clean as she's getting. I'm just going to grab enough for the head. I'm going to start with this excess here on the end. Then a little extra. And I want all the heads to be about the same size, so about like that. Just going to put those there as like a reminder of what size I kind of want. There we go. You also have to take into account the size of her hair, which I'm going to be using fuchsia color, which I actually ran out of fuchsia Sculpey 3, but I took the last little bit I had left and mixed Sculpey purple, just original purple, and original red together with the fuchsia I had, and just keep blending until I got this exact color I needed. So yeah, if you ever run out of colors, just kind of think about what colors make it, and you can kind of make them yourself. I'm sorry, my nose is running. I just smelled like some seasoning that had a lot of pepper in it, and it's trying to kill me. It was really good smelling, but now I feel like my nose is going to run off my face. What's new with life to talk about? Still doing TikTok, not as regularly as I should be, but I'm trying my best. What else? YouTube videos have been somewhat steady, or at least I'm trying to. I know I fell behind on the monthly artist features, and now I'm going to have to do October's near the end of this month, so that also kind of stinks, but what are you going to do? Okay, now that we got like this egg shape, I'm going to flatten it out. Not completely flat, but you know. But yeah, the fair art competition I was going to enter this year, turns out they might not be doing it this year, because when I went to the website, I actually didn't see any information about the art competition, so I might be keeping that painting to work on next year. So the 2 paintings I'm going to do, painting/drawings I'm going to do for the fair, I'm still going to show in a video. But you won't know if I won or not yet, because I'm not going to be able to enter it. At least not this year. But that's okay. I know that things are different right now because of COVID and everything, so I completely understand. Okay, her snout kind of goes out to the side some, so I'm trying to like pinch and roll it to the side, to one side. Oh, I'm also having a small Halloween get-together with 2 or 3 of my close friends this Friday, so that's going to be fun. Then a couple of weeks from now, I'm going to a small, very small family get-together party thing. So that's also going to be fun. I'm going to dress up as like a unicorn. And a dark unicorn specifically. I think I'll show y'all that costume by the end of the month. And I hope you guys are enjoying Halloween Headband Month. I know every video doesn't have my beautiful face in it. Sorry to not bless you with my presence every time, but sometimes editing gets away from me and I kind of have to negate my time to something else. So sometimes I have other stuff to do. Okay, that looks pretty good. Don't have to worry about eyes because her bangs covered up. Don't have to worry about the smile yet, which I am going to do because normally I don't do mouths on these. But with Chris and Susie, if I don't do their mouths, they're just not distinctive. My allergies are killing me. I should not have smelled that seasoning. If I don't do mouths, they're not distinctive enough to know who they are. So we're going to go ahead and go straight to the hair. I'm not going to press this into the ring base yet because we're going to press the hair onto it. Ah, yes, the mat's got a bunch of lines. I'm going to smooth this out real quick and then I'll be right back. Just literally finished recutting her bangs. So now they're a lot bigger. So they cover majority of her face. That way it looks like her eyes wouldn't be showing. Technically, I mean, there's room for the eyes to be showing through that gap. But we're going to pretend like that's just completely covering her face. Next, we're going to do the ring base part first before we do the mouth, so we don't smush the mouth after we make it. So we're going to take this, turn it around, very, very gently, kind of curl your hand around the shape of the head, but not smushing it. Then we're going to take this, to make it an indented bezel, we're just going to take it, center it, very carefully. I'm going to turn this around, make sure I'm not smushing it. Very, very, very carefully indent it into the head. Kind of moving your fingers around as you're pushing it so that you're not smushing on one spot too long, so that you don't completely crush the shape that you just worked so hard to create and the bangs you'd worked so hard to create twice. Technically, I could have done this before I made the bangs, but I like playing life on hard mode, apparently. Okay, that looks nice and indented. We just want it to go in at least a couple of, like, millimeters. I don't even know if there's a measurement small enough to count that. Like a single millimeter, so it'll be indented just a little. There we go. Smooth out any of the fingerprints that we just smushed on there. I still think her hair is a little too long on this side, so I'm just going to chop it a little again. There we go. Looking great. Looking good. Before I indent the mouth, I'm going to clean it. I have rubbing alcohol, a cotton swab. First, I'm going to do this part of her hair, then I'll do the front. And to try to give these points a little more support, because you know there's really no support in these points here, I'm going to probably quadruple, if not triple, glaze those points of her hair because they will be fragile. That's the only thing about making rings out of clay. I try my best to make them as sturdy as possible, but when it's just so small and I can't get metal wire inside of it, I mean I could, but it's going to take a lot of extra time and effort, and I could compromise the shapes that I just made. So I'm just going to leave it as is. Don't come at me for that. It takes a lot of time to do this stuff. I kind of want this lifted up just a little more. Come on. Come on. Separate from your partner there, old buddy. I can't get this to separate. Apparently she doesn't want to leave her mate there, so I guess I'm going to have to deal with it. You can kind of see it more from the front now. Okay, that's good enough. Then, using the other side of the cotton swab, clean the other color, because if you do them together like that, you can transfer that color over to the plum color, and we don't want that. We just want to get the little bits of dust and hair and my fingerprints off of the ring. Looks good. Looks as good as she's getting, at least. Now, it doesn't matter if you accidentally touch the fuchsia a little bit. You see, it's not going to, like, instantly transfer off. But we still want to be cautious about it. Alright. Throw that away. Clean this up while that's drying for a second. Then we're just going to indent the mouth, and then she's ready to bake. And after it's baked, I'll come back to y'all and show you the final piece. In, like, a little video of me wearing it or something like that. I think that's what I'll end up doing. Also, I painted my nails. New nail polish from Claire's. I have this like sparkly brown. I got it on sale. Burgundy brownish color. And then this like rose gold brownie sparkly color. Really nice. And yes, I got them both on sale. I also got quite a few other colors. But Claire's nail polish is really top tier. You wouldn't think so because it's a kid's store, but hey, it gets the job done. Alright, now that looks pretty good. I'm going to slide over to her reference photo. And her smile is kind of off to the side a little, so we're just going to take this and indent it like that so it doesn't go all the way across her face. And then just kind of wiggle it back out. Do it once more to kind of get that shape really in there. Pull down a little. Pull up a little. Gives that smile a little more definition that way. There we go. Ta-da! It is coming a little too far up that side, so we're just going to take it and blend it out by rolling back and forth. There we go. And if you do what I did and have to like readjust it and it's not as smooth as you want it to be, smooth it out a little bit more. Then take another cotton swab and some rubbing alcohol and clean it a little bit more. There we go. I still want this to be a little bit more emphasized, so I'm just going to take this through, kind of give it a little more character. Again, getting quiet, but I'm trying to make sure this is as good as I can get it. Then I'm going to go up on this nostril a little bit more. Push the bottom end just a teensy bit. There we go. And Susie's looking as cute as she can possibly get. I kind of wish that her mouth was a little more center. So I might actually just do that off camera and then come back afterwards. Well, not come back. Just come back and show you it at the end. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, just 2 holes for the nostrils and then an indent for the mouth. And just kind of play with it and get it how you like. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in next week's video. Bye-bye, enjoy the finished piece. My cutting board has contact paper on top, so you see these ridges are from the contact paper, but it keeps my board clean from paint and clay colors, so that the cutting boards will last longer, because these cutting boards are technically for sewing. So yeah. Oh, also, as for that big Etsy order I've been working on for over a month now, literally, well, no, not over, literally tomorrow will be 1 month. I got one more sculpture left to bake, and then one more to make after that. So, woohoo! Okay, while I was off screen, I also went on ahead and cut off a small little bit to make her hair. We're going to start with the back of her hair, then work with the bangs up in the front. So we're going to take this, we're going to roll this into kind of a teardrop shape, but we're going to roll it in half about midway. Because Susie here, her hair tucks into her head. So we just want to take it, keep it big at the top and big at the bottom. But we're just going to kind of roll it in between to give it a little indentation. We can also indent it with our hands more. But, okay, so now I'm just going to take it. I want this flat. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to use this. I was debating whether or not I wanted to use my pasta machine because I've actually been using it lately. Wow, I'm using stuff I actually bought. Well, actually, I think that was a Christmas present from my mom. But yeah. And it makes my life a whole lot easier. Should have been using it a lot sooner, but you know, sometimes we love to learn the hard way. But these sculptures I've been doing, just for example, Ogre Tootie is the one that I'm about to bake. Doing these big pieces of color right here, yeah, I kind of needed a pasta roller for that, because rolling that out that big of clay by hand can become a bit taxing. Especially if you use Fimo or Sculpey Primo. They can be kind of hard sometimes, like her hair is Sculpey Primo yellow, because I don't know about y'all, but clay colors are very hard to get right now in some places. And Sculpey Yellow and Fuchsia, Sculpey 3, are two of them that I'm having issues getting. Also, I was having issues getting Sculpey 3 Sky Blue, but now I'm able to get that pretty good. They finally started restocking it, so hallelujah. Luckily, I have a big stock inventory of most clay colors. There's just some specific niche colors that I didn't think I'd use this much of. I didn't really stock up on back in its heyday. Some of my clay is as old as like 2015, I think. But yeah. But you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Clay, as long as you warm it up and kind of play around with it and get it warm and stuff before you start cutting and rolling and all that, then it's fine. Even Primo, that's hard as a rock. As long as you play with it and kind of get it warmed up before you start doing a lot with it, then it's fine. Oh, but back to social media. Anything new? YouTube, trying to upload steady. TikTok, I've been following on this week, but I'm going to get back into it soon. I got 19 followers on TikTok, so woohoo. If you want to follow me on TikTok, it's the same name as my YouTube channel, Tikki's Trinkets. And it's the same thumbnail picture. It's my business card logo. I sold my technically second sticker set, because my first sticker set was somebody I know. And now this one's also somebody I know, but it's someone I know as artist. The other one was just a personal friend of mine. But yeah, woohoo, sticker set sold. I got that packed up and shipped out within a day, because the stickers, if I can find it, I just had it. Where did I put it? Well, I had one up here that was pre-cut, but, or partially cut. There it is. I was cutting this out for the order, and I accidentally dropped it on the floor, so I couldn't find it. But yeah, every time I get an order, I just cut them and then pack them up. Pretty easy. So that's actually really fast to ship those out. If you ever buy stickers, I get them out in a day, guaranteed. Unless you buy an army's worth. Let me hold my tongue. If you buy a lot, it's going to take me a while to cut them, because I don't have a Cricut cutter yet. Because I'm not sure I want to tackle the software of it, but whew, yeah, that's a lot to handle, to think about. Yeah. But yeah, I just cut them by hand, so it does take a little time to at least cut it. But for a standard order, it shouldn't be that long. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry if my hair is in screen. There we go. Then tuck that here a little bit more. Then we're going to take this and pinch it and roll it on top, so that it's nice and attached to the head very well. It doesn't have to be smashed on there now, so don't go crazy with it. Just a light rolling. There's something stuck on her head right there. I don't like that. It's like a piece of paper or something. I guess it's something mixed in with the clay. Sorry, again, allergies. Alright, that looks good. Now we're just going to cut all the shapes of her hair out. Sorry about that. I went on ahead and got the mouth cutter. And I'm also going to use it to kind of guide me for her hair. That way I can kind of get an idea of where I want to start cutting at. Because I don't want too much hanging off the ring itself. Because if you have too much hanging off the ring, it's more likely to get broken. So, I'm just going to take it. I'm going to cut this excess off because I know I don't want it to be that long. Then cut that. Again, we don't want it too long. Oh Lord, how did that get in there? Gosh, I don't know where all this debris came from. I thought I had my desk nice and clean. Maybe my desk was clean, but maybe the fuchsia clay wasn't clean. Okay, that's good enough. She's just going to have a little purple there for now. Okay, I have a reference photo of her up. Just kind of trying to use that as a guide. Cut that. I know I'm getting quiet again, but I'm just trying to get this looking nice and pretty. Okie dokie, there we go. That's a little off center. There we go. Yep. Yep. Okay. Looks good. Just blending this in because it's a little jagged on the sides. Alrighty. Looks good. Still a little too long on this side. Okay, that's a bit better. But now that I think about it, I can use this piece right here, this excess piece, to make her bangs. So I'm just going to take this, cut a triangle into this side. Nice big wide one. Kind of point that out. Nice smaller shaped one. Need that a little curved, so I'm just going to take it around the edge of that. Then cut off the excess. Okay. Then she has two bangs that go towards the right. This might not be big enough. I won't know until I, try it out, honestly. Then one other piece. There we go. Alright, looks good. It's just a matter of whether or not this is going to fit it. Okay, but back to social media. I know I'm all over the place today. But I don't think there's anything, like, too new necessarily about me or about my business at the moment. I'm still studying working on these rings so I can list them for sale on Etsy, but I do not list these like ring listings until all the rings are pre-made, so at least the first original set, that is. I make rings to order. I don't make those all ahead of time. The first original set will be pre-made, so if you buy the very first set, it's going to look exactly how you see it. But after that, I make them to order, because I really do want to take the time to make like a massive little army of these guys and have them made ahead of time. But it's just, sometimes you just don't have the time for it, you know what I mean? Alright, that looks good. I know I got quiet again. I'm really just trying to perfect these bangs and make them look like Susie. But at the same time, I need them like covering her face. It looks good, but I just kind of want it to cover her face a bit more, but it also has to reach this part to be blended. So I think I'm going to redo this off camera and then come back. But it's the same basic process. Sorry, trying to keep it flat on the back where the hair is. We want this nice and flat. But it's the same basic process. I'm just going to do this again, but a little bit bigger. So I'll be back then. Alright, that looks good enough to me. Then she has two little nostrils. So I'm just going to take it. And they're just kind of like boop. And a boop. Try to make sure they're about the same size and depth.